My wife was furious when I put ginger in the curry. She loved that cat. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. It's the real thing. If you're new to the channel, I'm Johan. I usually shave with straight razors, new and old. I occasionally pull up a gem razor, but usually it's straights. I do 2 pass shaves typically. I shave almost every day and I upload videos when I feel like it, or if I have something to show or something to say. Usually neither. I suffer from Parkinson's disease, which I try not to have interfere my life too much, but it's a fact, and when you have it, you have to live with it. That's my excuse for shaving slowly and for holding the razor in a funny way. It makes it easier for everybody, I think, but in particular for me, because my fine motory skills are not poor, but not as good as they used to be anyway. So the soap today is one I think I haven't used on camera before. It's a bit of a favorite. Dr. Harris, Dr. Harris, sorry. I always say doctor, maybe he was a doctor, but I believe it's Dr. Harris. Arlington, the shaving stick. Picked this up on my infamous trip to the London shaving shops. And since I had picked that out, and since Martin from YMMV, that is his YouTube channel, YMMV, your mileage may vary, since he had a color themed shave today, green, very nice stuff, very nice color. I'm gonna do color themed as well. So it's gonna be white, rather white anyway. Let's call this white. This is, can you see it? It's the Chubby 2 Simpsons. It's a badger brush. The razor will be the CV Heljestrand. There you go. Number 42, isn't it? Hang on. MK number 42. It is not my best razor. It's rather tacky, but it's the whitest I have, so that's why we're using it. It's also quite pretty. It's in mint condition, basically, and very, very nice. Looking. Aftershave is the whitest stuff I've got too. The Viking aftershave that I got from Sunny Shahini. That's what we're doing. We're gonna lather up properly. Yeah, see if we can get the shaving stick to work first, because it's a twisty thingy. Yeah, there you go. I haven't used it in a while. I can't remember how much stuff to put on. But since most of you will agree, much is good. Feels a bit different from a palm olive stick to apply and from an Orco stick. But once you get there, it's one hell of a good soap, at least compared to those two. In my opinion, at least compared to the Orco. Is it coming on properly? I think so. Let's try. Otherwise we'll put more stuff on, okay? Can always go back to the stick. So this has been soaking for a few minutes. I squeeze it out quite a bit. If I know exactly how other soapers are reacting to moisture in the brush, I adapt. But I only do that if I have shaved with a soap a few days in a row. After that I forget. So better dry to start with and then add water, in my opinion. Otherwise it's all a mess, especially with an extra density, super thick badger brush that holds a lot of water. Oh, lovely scent. Now I only got one of each from the 4 shops that I went to in London. Maybe the soap bases are very different, but anyway, this was clearly my favorite. I went to Jufferin Hill. I went to Taylor Hall, Bond Street, and to GUF Trumper. Trumper soap, I couldn't get to lather. Super disappointed, especially since it's the soap James Bond uses in one of those films. But this one is really nice, a good performing or a well performing soap. Seems fairly easy to lather. I haven't used it in a few months. Really nice scent. Well, the others had that too. They're good with their scents, the Londoners. But a good shaving experience, and after all, that is the most important thing. It's already pretty good. Yeah, feels good on the face. We'll see. We do have a tuggy shaver today, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I should have picked a slickety soap. But here we go. MK42, which is a bit of a wedge. Well, quarter hollow. It's more wedgy than a quarter hollow. Let's call it a wedge. Here we go. Oh, I watched a film last night, and not a very good one. But the first thing you see in the movie is Lee Chavez, Nomeo shaves, and you go, "What is that?" And it wasn't him, obviously. It was Mark Wahlberg in a heavy metal haircut, so long curly hair. It's uncanny how much they look alike. Check it out. The film is Rockstar. Don't watch it. Just watch the beginning. Okay. The strong resemblance was one big reason why I suffered through the whole movie. The other one was Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. Some good singing in the film. I don't know if he sings himself. He did have a huge success as a hip-hop star. Well, that's not really singing, is it? So it's probably not him. Mark, if you're watching and I'm wrong, I apologize. It works. Yeah, so I've been nervous about Hurricane Dorian, but it's I need more moisture in the lather. So I'm gonna add a teeny bit of water to the brush. And paint that in. So I'm not doing this because the lather disappeared. I'm doing it to get more moisture. Yeah, so, but hurricane is over, seemingly, and the house is still standing. which is, that was a bad joke, sorry. I was going to say it's more than you can say about people in the Bahamas. Poor guys. They're being hit again. I think North Carolina a bit as well. I was chatting with Justin from the Red Island Shaver YouTube channel earlier today, and he's okay, but he had no power on Prince Edward's Island, the east coast of Canada. And I know in Halifax a building crane fell down. Scary. But obviously no hurricane where I live, which is in Sweden, so sorry about the silly joke. We had rain yesterday. Just getting a feel here. It's a pretty good residual slickness. I don't need it because I'm painting new soap on. But just so you know, and I'll add a touch of water and we'll see if we kill the amateur. Yes, it was raining yesterday, so we cleaned out the basement, or cleared the basement and got it clean. Loads of rubbish. Just keeps building up, you know. So that was quite nice. And my sort of workshop, you can call it that, I wasn't put in charge of that. That and driving shit away. That's all I could be trusted with. My wife knows my cleaning skills aren't phenomenal. But I cleaned up the workstation, and I don't have the heavy machinery there, but it's like the indoor workstation where I used to do razor restores and stuff like that. That's coffee, nothing else. So I'm a bit in the mood for another restoration project, so I may do that, and I may tape some of it, because there were a few of you who thought a video on a restoration could be interesting. Now, I'm not very good at it, total amateur, and my hands aren't really with me, but I feel like doing it, so I may as well film it and we'll see if I make a video out of it or not. That's a growth thingy. It's not my skill level. It's gonna bleed. A mold is what I think you call it in English. Those bleeds pretty nicely. So I got my eyes on a really old, really beat up Sheffield wedge, sort of mid 1800s, which is in rather bad condition, needs active rust and needs a big workout. Has a small chip, etc., which you can all fix. So if I get that real cheap, it's auctioning right now for $5. So if I get it cheap, I may use that as a restoration project. We'll see. Be cool if it cleans up nice. go. We're doing okay, no more than that. Today was nice though, really beautiful weather, 20 plus degrees and sunshine, so I was outdoors most of the time. Mowed the lawn, prepped the garden quite a bit for autumn, stuff like that, and it's still beautiful. I still have some flowers on the honeysuckle, which is unusual. I don't know what's happened. And it's a phenomenal year for, God, what is it called? Blackberries. So right now we can harvest 3 deciliters per day. So we're eating a lot of blackcurrants. My wife made blackberry pie yesterday. Oh, so good. Oh, I've been shaving with my plum razor 3-4 times in a row. You know, Dave Card lives not too far from Bristol, and went there and tried to find Dolphin Street where George Plum was supposedly active, and couldn't find it. It was bombed to non-existence during the war. But Dave found an old photo and sent that over. I thought that was really cool. So thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. Here we go. Oh, and I've been trying out soaps for a while, but more actively since Friday, from a friend of mine, Oscar Protiva. I think quite a few of you know who he is. He started making soaps. Crazy idea, huh? So he's down to 2, maybe 3 types now. Slightly different soap bases and different scents. So I've been trying them out for a while, and he asked me to describe the scents, which I helped him do. And I'm horribly poor at both identifying what something smells like and describing it. But one was sort of the Wild West. Tobacco, musk, bit of dirt, stuff like that. So I call it John Wayne. And one was tasted like chocolate milk. And quite nice actually, and that's the one I ordered. So I'm hoping to get that in a few days. I'm doing a bit of traveling this week, but Wednesday, Thursday, maybe I get it. And if I do, it'll be on the next video. Just gonna rinse a bit. That was quite nice. Rather good soap. Beautiful, not so effective razor. But sometimes it's nice to bring out the Viking for a man aftershave balsam from Bulgaria. Sometimes it's nice to bring out the really pretty things you have and shave with them, like when I shave with my gem razors. I prefer the shave less than with the straight razor. But those things are so good looking. It's nice to just hold them and you know, mess about. And this razor, just gonna, there you go, bit for the doom. This one looks really good, so it is nice to use it. I dig the scent on this Viking aftershave. Quite nice. Cool, that's it. Thank you guys and gals for watching. I'll see you, as I said, within a few days, hopefully with a Protiva soap, if not something else. Take it easy, have a good end of this week and a good beginning of the next week. See you soon, stay sharp.